Hey guys, so before we get started on today's video, I already have quite a bit of makeup on, but I wanted to show you or point out what is on my lips because I think this is such a beautiful color and I love the texture of this too. I used the other shade of the Wet n Wild Scooby-Doo lip balm stain. This is in the shade Cupcakes. And if you see this collection at Walmart, I think this is definitely worth getting. This is such a beautiful color. It's like a rich raspberry. In the tube, it it looks like a brownish red, but on it is definitely not. It's like a bright, cool tone berry color, and I just think it's gorgeous, and I do love the formula. So because I wasn't able to use that in either one of my Scooby-Doo videos, I just wanted to show you what it looked like on. By the way, thanks for the love on the Scooby-Doo videos. A lot of people watch those videos, and I do really enjoy that collection, even though my eye looks didn't come out that great. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's just very hard to put together an eye look with that palette because of the color selection. Anyway, that has nothing to do with today's video. Today's video is all about the Prism Makeup Fantasy palette. Now, if you've never heard of this, I bought this on Amazon. This palette has been the #1 selling makeup palette on Amazon for quite some time now. And I've been curious about this for a while, but I used to have problems getting my packages from Amazon, but I don't anymore because I use Amazon Locker. If you don't know what that is, if you have problems getting your packages delivered for whatever reason, when I used to order from Amazon, they would come into my neighborhood and just pick a house and leave my package on their doorstep. They just didn't want to take the time to find the exact right house. I don't know if it's because these guys are under a lot of pressure for delivery speed or what the problem is, but they never delivered my packages to my house, and then I would have to go looking for them. And fortunately, the people that live in my neighborhood are very nice, and I was able to usually get my package once I figured out where it was. But the thing is, you shouldn't have to do that, and not everybody has a neighborhood that they want to go talking to their neighbors, you know? So anyways, Amazon Locker is, Amazon partners with other businesses to have a bunch of lockers set up, and you when your package is ready, you know, they'll send you an email. You go down to where the locker is, and then you use the Amazon app. You connect to the locker via the app on your smartphone, and then you go through a series of steps, and you actually hit a button that says open locker, and the locker that has your package in it will open. It's pretty cool and it's very fast. Well, I used to take advantage of that, but the closest Amazon locker to me was a couple towns away. Well, now I have one right in the city I live in, and it's actually right down the street from me. I mean, not within walking distance, but it's close by. So now that I have an Amazon locker close by, that's why I ordered the Wet n Wild Scooby-Doo collection. I figured that was easier than trying to hunt it at a bunch of Walmarts. And so I've been aware of this palette for a while, and was curious about it. And when I found out that this was supposed to be a dupe for something else, then I was really curious about it, and I said, I have to buy this. Because the thing that it's supposed to be the dupe for was a palette that I was crazy about while I had it, but it got old, I decluttered it, and I miss it. And they don't make it anymore. What am I talking about? The Morphe and James Charles palette. Now this obviously is a lot smaller. The pan size is a lot smaller, but look at the colors, you guys. So the color selection is exactly the same. The only difference is this row right here in the James Charles palette, the pans were big. But in these, they made them like the same size as the others. So you have the same number of shadows, but the pan size is a lot smaller, which I don't like small pans on palettes, but it is what it is. And it was only $9, and the Morphe one was considerably more, and it's not available anymore. Morphe is selling what's left of their stock on Amazon for like $134, I think is what they're asking for those palettes. And yeah, no way. No, I don't think anybody would pay that. So this is what we're using today. And I've seen videos, but I definitely wanted to find out for myself what the deal was. Okay, so I've already primed my eyes. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take a shader brush and I want to use this shade right here. Now, I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but it's a sparkly gray or a shimmery gray, and it looks like there are some shimmers in there that are a different color, but it's very, very hard to see. So let's find out. So I'm putting my brush in there. And this is going to be a very dark smoky eye because look at the color once I dipped my brush in. And the reason why I decided to do this color story for a look is because if you want to know or judge the quality of an eyeshadow palette, use the blacks. Although I thought this was more like a silver or a gray, but it's a black. But that will tell you everything you want to know. This is applying beautiful, very smooth, blending easily. And my first impression is that the quality of this is very good. And for $9, I'm very happy to have this color selection again. Because you can do a lot of different looks with this palette. I really like the color story. Alright, so I'm putting that all over the eye and trying to blend a little bit at the same time. And I'm taking this up a little bit higher because what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to this angled crease brush now, and I'm going to dip it into the solid black that was right next to it. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that, and I'm going to blend it into that outer part. Because I dragged that color up higher on purpose because I wanted to see how it was going to perform. Now, if I look at that other shade now, I can see the other color is like a bluish color mixed in is what that shimmer was. So I'm using the solid black to blend this out. Yeah, this is blending very easy, you guys. All right, I'm going to switch back to the other brush now and just pick up a tiny bit more of that other color and put it on the inner part of my lid because I could see that I didn't have as much coverage there. All right, now I'm going to switch back to that angled brush and just blend this out a little bit more. Yeah, these are blending really easy, you guys. I'm surprised because it's not, you know, Prism makeup. It's not a brand that you've ever heard of. But the quality seems to be there. And they have some other palettes, but not a lot. But this is the one that has really sold like an unbelievable amount of palettes. Wow. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the camera off, and I'm actually going to go in the other room, and I'm going to take some makeup remover and just clean up some of that black that I blended into that inner corner because I don't want it there. So I will be right back. Okay, so I took the black off the inner part of my eye there and just a little bit over here. So next what I want to do is I'm going to take this shader brush, and we're going to go into the white now. And I'm going to put that on the brow bone. And that is just a matte white. I'm going to put a little bit on the inner corner. That is blending fantastic, you guys. Matte whites can sometimes be chalky. It's not chalky at all. Wow, I'm really, really impressed with the quality of these shadows, you guys. Okay, so what do we want to do under the eye? I think it might be fun to do a color. But which one? Well, my earrings have some blue shades in them. So far we've done this, which ended up being a black, a shimmery black that has a blue tinge to it. So yeah, let me see if I can figure out. I would say this blue shade right here is the closest color to the blue that is mixed into that black. So let's take a small shader brush and go into this matte blue shade here. And just pick up some of that. And I'm going to drag that underneath the lower lash line. Just like that. All right, now I want to take it over and connect it to that other area. All right, now for a liner. For a liner, I was gonna do the light blue to pick up on the darker blue, but you know what I'm gonna do instead? When I did that video the other day about the LA Girl eyeliners, I mentioned that they didn't have the white at the store. I don't need it because I have the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. So I'm going to use that as my liner because I'm really into having the waterline be a light color on my looks lately. Okay. I'm going to do the other eye off camera and curl my lashes and apply mascara and come back and we're going to talk about this palette. Okay, so I did the other eye and I curled my lashes and I am so impressed, you guys. These shadows performed so well. They were not patchy at all. They blended like a dream. They were very pigmented. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, sure, the dark gray slash black sparkly one and the black and the white and the blue worked good, but what about the rest of the palette? What about the rest of the palette? Indeed, I think tomorrow I am going to have to film another video and test out some more of these colors just to make sure, because even though the 4 shades that I used performed admirably, yeah, let's do another look tomorrow using some different colors. And I think that would be a good idea. But $9, you guys, and so easy to get if you don't have delivery issues, delivered right to your door. And if you do have delivery issues, delivered to an Amazon locker near you. Yeah, I'm impressed. And like I said, they do have other um, palettes. So if the color scheme on this one doesn't appeal to you, although I don't know why it wouldn't, because just about everything you could possibly want is in here. I mean, there are neutrals, there are bright colors, there are warm colors, there are cool colors, and there are neutrals. So I did a very neutral look today, and I'm really happy with the way this turned out. So stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow, provided, you should never promise particular videos because sometimes things happen in life and then you can't do them. But I plan on doing another look with this palette tomorrow. So we'll see how it turns out. Bye. Thanks for watching and subscribing.